This is going to sound silly, but getting a cup of coffee opened my eyes to a fundamental aspect of human behavior. To what aspect am I referring? Our ability to form, instill, develop, or program new habits of all kinds. Big, small, hard, easy. Health habits, money habits, relationship habits, growth habits. Dozens of little things we could tweak our wetware with to improve the quality and enjoyment of our lives. So, about my caffeinated epiphany. First off, you need to know that I am madly in love with coffee. I mean, like almost Special Agent Cooper from Twin Peaks level of adoration. Addiction or no, I would still drink coffee. In a box or with the fox. I would drink coffee anywhere. Coffee, the elixir, the drink of the gods, ambrosia. Little wonder then that coffee has become one of the most consistent habits I've ever had in my entire life, not too far below breathing. Thus, one fateful day, as I was preparing one particular cup, I noticed a habit within a habit. Although I will drink it black, I prefer my cup of heaven with a pinch of sugar and a teaspoon of powdered creamer. Stickler for consistency that I am, I lamented that my always present container of creamer sported a spout that made it less than conducive for shaking out the ideal amount. If I didn't perform the dispensing just right, I would invariably dump an accidental overflow of creamer onto my teaspoon. I must pause here for just a second and let sink in that I am attempting elevation by way of writing in granular detail about my morning beverage choice. Oh, Enlightenment, you weave a sticky web. Anyway, in the grand scheme of things, I could have bigger problems, yes? Only for some reason, this one time, I actually questioned what I was doing. After decades of assuming I was merely fulfilling a sacred ritual, as spelled out in the book of Job, I believe, I stopped for the briefest of moments and asked myself, do I even want a teaspoon of creamer in my coffee? Okay, so maybe not the most soul-searching question I've ever inquired into, yet it interrupted my habit, and it triggered a new self-examination of just how often I am mindless about what I do, what I say, what I think. Has a new day dawned since my great Java revelation? Well, yes and no. To conclude my riveting tale, I discovered that I actually preferred much less creamer than I thought I did. Now that first little tap into my teaspoon, which I had convinced myself was inadequate, actually dispenses just the right amount of creamer. My effort is less, my creamer lasts much longer, and I much prefer the result. It's not a cure for cancer, yet it's still a win-win-win where I come from. My story has a happy ever after. And again, the more far-reaching impact was that I simply checked a bit of mindless behavior. How could I have gone literally decades without so much as questioning whether I could improve my enjoyment of a beloved beverage? I was so used to preparing it the same way that anything other was total blind sight for me. I simply did not see it as an option. So what have we learned from this ridiculous tale? Even a master of discipline, or slave to it in my case, can tweak their practice to enhance their experience. And even more fundamentally, that we always have the ability to develop habits that support having more fun and fulfillment in life. If I, with my seared insight and general stubbornness, if even I can change a habit, surely anyone can. Good. It's all good.